You've watched The Office 8 times, Friends 12 times, that one comfort show so many times you can quote entire episodes, and someone asks why don't you watch something new and you can't really explain it. You just know that rewatching feels better than discovering. And there's actual psychology behind why. Here's what most people don't understand. Your brain on a rewatch is doing something completely different than your brain watching something new. When you watch a new show, your brain is working. It's tracking characters, following plot, processing surprises, predicting outcomes. That takes energy. But when you rewatch, your brain already knows what happens. So instead of working, it's resting. Psychologists call this cognitive ease. Your brain loves things that require less effort. And rewatching the same show is like putting your mind on autopilot while still feeling entertained. But there's more going on than just your brain being lazy. Rewatching is actually emotional regulation. New shows are unpredictable. You don't know if the ending will disappoint you, if a character will die, if the plot will go somewhere you hate. That unpredictability creates low-level stress. But your comfort show? You already know how it ends. You know which parts make you laugh, which parts make you cry. You're not bracing for disappointment. You're choosing guaranteed emotional safety. And for people with anxiety, that's not laziness. That's survival. I realized this about myself when someone asked why I was rewatching Parks and Rec for the 6th time instead of starting the new show everyone was talking about. And I tried to explain it and I sounded ridiculous. I was like, well, I know I'll like Parks and Rec, but the new show might be bad. And then I wasted 8 hours. What? Yeah, I was literally afraid of wasting time on entertainment. But here's the thing. That's not actually about the show. That's about control. New shows are a gamble. Rewatches are guaranteed. And when life feels unpredictable, your brain craves something it can control. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Research from the Journal of Consumer Psychology shows that people rewatch content when they're stressed or going through transitions. It's not about the show being good. It's about the show being familiar. Familiarity feels like safety. And safety feels like home. So when life is chaotic, you return to the same episodes because your brain is seeking comfort in a world that feels out of control. You're not avoiding new content. You're choosing emotional stability. But I need to be real with you for a second. There's a difference between rewatching because it comforts you and rewatching because you're avoiding feeling things. If you're using the same show to numb out because processing real life feels too hard, that's not comfort, that's avoidance. And that's worth paying attention to. Healthy rewatching fills you up. Unhealthy rewatching helps you hide. So, ask yourself, does this rewatch make me feel better or does it just make me feel nothing? Because one is self-care and the other is disconnection. But for most of you, rewatching is just how you prefer to consume content. You're not broken, you're not boring, you're just someone with a low need for novelty and a high need for predictability. And honestly, in a world that's constantly demanding, you keep up with every new thing that's kind of refreshing. You know what you like. You return to what works. You're not chasing the next thing. You're enjoying what's already proven. So if you're someone who rewatches the same shows and makes no apologies for it, hit subscribe because this whole channel is psychology for people who don't follow the cultural script. We break down why you're wired differently and give you permission to stop explaining yourself. Here at Psyclipses, we don't just talk about psychology. We make it make sense. If this video made you feel seen next week, we're breaking down why some people hate small talk, and it's going to explain every awkward party you've ever been to. Your comfort show is waiting, and that's exactly where you should be. You've got this.